Well, hello and hi, I'm Tracy. Welcome back to Junction and Shopping the West End. Um, as you can tell, I'm sticking with the Avatar, but it has been a beautiful weekend here in Oakwood Village and in Toronto in general. The sun has been shining, and I believe people have been out on the streets. They've been looking for some things, but we're still going on into Valentine's Day tomorrow. And I was looking for something different to do in the area, especially as couples. We don't always want socks or chocolates. I mean, that's not to say that we wouldn't happily spend a few minutes down in the village at Jason's Bakery. In fact, you can spend a little bit more time at Jason's Bakery, pictured behind me down on Oakwood Avenue. They're open until 10 every evening, and they do some interesting little snacks and interesting baked goods. And I bought a Christmas cake from them one year, just after they'd come to the area, much like uh, Soul Provisions and the Toronto Soup Company. Jason's also joined the Oakwood Village during COVID. So their bakery was also trying to strive through the tough business of COVID and feed in the neighborhood as well, because it was one place we could all get down to and get some fresh air at the same time. But Jason's Bakery isn't the only one. Uh, um, by the way, Jason's Bakery they also do alcoholic beverages, great coffees. I think they've got a little bit of a delicatessen, or they used to have a delicatessen. I'm not quite sure whether that's come back yet. I've got to pop in there sometime this week, possibly tomorrow on Valentine's Day, to buy something pretty for dessert, because we can't always afford to go out somewhere lavish. So many of us are cooking at home. And we're not going to go out anywhere too lavish in the middle of the week, so to speak, on a Tuesday, despite what Toronto weather tells us is going to be like tomorrow evening. And tomorrow in general, we're set for another beautifully warm, sunny day. So hopefully it will be glorious for Valentine's Day for everyone. But we have plenty of local areas local stores and stuff that sell all these marvelous little tidbits that you can go along and buy to make your own romantic dinner at home with some vino. Again, I mentioned Soul Provisions, and the Sage and Thistle. I believe they have some tasty treats too hanging around there. I believe a new bakery is also opening up, a gluten-free bakery on the corner of Rogers and Oakwood Avenue, just opposite the IBC. So that's another bakery. Then there's the Primrose, where they do some great bagels and lox and cream cheese and a host of other tasty delights. So depending on what time of the day you're doing it, or whether you just want to have one of those snacky, cocktaily kind of evenings for your Valentine's, there's bound to be something on the high street for you guys to buy. Now, over and above that, I was wondering about theatres, and I'm not talking about the Cineplex theatres. I'm talking about the really, really old theatres that we used to have on our streets. Now, unfortunately, the Oakwood Cinema/Theatre was closed down, I believe, during the 80s, possibly 90s, and somebody put a condo there. So the Oakwood Cinema is no longer here. But there are a few around the city. There's one on Eggington Avenue up near Spadina. I'm not quite sure what they've got going, but they do look like they have uh, films. However, saying that, you take a look at something like the Paradise here, and I believe the Paradise and possibly the Fox Theatre, both independent theatres on the on the side of the planet, or should I say on the side of the city, are doing some candlelight musical evenings, both classical, modern, the great classics, which again is great. And these theatres are wonderful, these wonderful old theatres, the Art Deco theatres. I mean, They do look so awesome from the outside, and it's not one of those big ones where the popcorn is just as expensive as the seat, or there's huge crowds, or there's many, many theaters. These are small lone theaters that used to do our cinema and are now being used in a variety of different fields. As an actress and a local actress, I do wish and hope that in the forthcoming years, our independent movies, the ones that Canadian directors, producers, and actors do independently outside of the big ticket shows and Hollywood, um, may get a look-see into our small cinemas and theaters around. You know, we do have a lot of talented uh, artists and entertainers in the city. We have our own entertainment sector. We have the new, it's sort of like, what are they doing down there? They're doing the film sets and the studios down near the lake shore. They've got the new directors, the Canadian Directors Facility down in that area as well. And we have got these old theaters that, surprisingly enough, they shouldn't be torn down. I mean, some of them are being used as venue centers, where you can book the venue, you can have your corporate events there. Um, but saying that, it might be nice to use them for cinema and dine, or theater and dine. So you're in your immersive theater. Immersive theater is very much up and coming in Toronto as well. We have TIFF, we have the Fringe section, the Fringe um, festival as well, with plays and films. And across Toronto, we shouldn't be knocking our independent theatres down. And maybe we shouldn't be limiting our independent theatres either to specific things. You know, maybe there's certain times of the year, especially during TIFF and the Fringe Festival, where the cinemas and theatres are showing our independent film, our independent TV shows, our independent theatre that moves outside of Hollywood, that so desperately needs good places to go. And I do believe some of them are open this week. We also have this is Black History Month, and during this month, we have a couple of things, and I'm hoping I don't get the wrong picture here. Pardon me if I do, I'm just clicking them up. Oh, that's more wine and roses. So yes, don't forget them on this Valentine's Day. What else have we got here? This might be a repeat, and pardon. Oh, yes, that's a repeat. Pardon me. Carry on to the next picture up here. Desperately trying. There's some theatre work going on for. No, that's it too. Oh, I can't seem to find it at the moment. I wonder if it's Black History Month, and there is some theatre that is going to be going on around in the West End here, for Black History Month between the 15th of February and the 20th of February. And no, I'm not finding it anywhere. That'll teach me to download the incorrect JPEGs as I'm going along here. So, well, if you're looking for a less expensive yet tasty occasion out, we do. We have Jason's Bakery behind me on Oakwood Village, just before, depending on whether you're coming from the south or the north, it's either just south of Rogers, or, well, it's just south of Rogers either way. um, we have our tasty treats, we have other bakeries, and we also have a few takeaways in the area. Oh, and just as a reminder, just a little bit down the road on St. Clair West, we have DeSoto's. Now, they are open, I do believe, on Valentine's evening. But what I did find interesting was they have a Jazz Sunday brunches, from 11 a.m. until I think 4 p.m. in the afternoon. So I'm hoping that if not for Valentine's Day, I can get my partner to shuffle me on down there for my birthday. Looking forward to it. Looks really pretty in the night. I do love the nighttime. It's so nice to see the patios. We're welcoming spring soon. Please come soon, spring. And that's it from me, Tracy, in the West End. And I look forward to seeing you soon. Have a great one. Bye.